Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a brand new game to share with you. Yes, I'm starting to get into the groove of sharing new games because there's some cool stuff coming out that I think you might like. Like this, for instance, this is Resident Evil Survival Unit. This is a 4X strategy game. I don't really get into them much, but they're starting to employ more gacha mechanics, more hero collector stuff, so I figured I'd check it out. This one here definitely has some of that, but then also has some of the throwback to the original Resident Evil games also that I think is really, really cool that they've done. There's a few different game modes, gameplay type modes that really kind of changes things up a little bit. And it's Resident Evil. Why not check it out? So let's get into it. All right, and welcome back. Let's go ahead and just jump right in. So if you're not familiar with these types of games, they're city builders, right? You've got different buildings. You're upgrading those buildings, which unlocks more in the game. You're training troops so that you can send them out on rallies. There's lots of events that you can participate in. Like specifically, we have this alligator hunt. So your leadership, your alliance leadership will schedule this to happen. And then once it unlocks for that time period, whether it's 40 minutes, an hour, whatever it might be, then your R4s, so R5s are your leaders, R4s is one step below them. They're going to go ahead and launch an attack, and you're going to go ahead and join that rally, and then you're going to go ahead and reap the rewards as long as you can take the boss down. That's kind of the gist of this game, right? You're sending rallies out, you're attacking bosses, you're attacking other players, you're doing those types of things, which is cool. There's a lot to do in these types of games if you really like these types of strategy, city builder type games. This one here, though, adds a couple different play styles that I think is very, very cool when you start taking a look at the turn-based idle battle type combat stuff, aside from the rallies and everything. So let's take a look at that here. That's what I really want to share, because this is typical strategy stuff, right? If you want to learn more about this, you can look at other games like State of Survival and Call of Dragons and things like that. But if you're watching this, you probably already have a pretty good understanding of what these strategy games are. And again, Resident Evil, come on. All right, so let's go over here. We got this truck here. There is an idle mechanic right here where over a period of time, you're going to collect resources and stuff. And then I can just go ahead and hit that. I can collect those resources and it resets them. So there's an idle mechanic there. Let's start exploration here. I've got these three heroes mainly right now. You can see what star level I have. Let's go ahead and hit challenge. This is the typical turn-based RPG type combat that I really enjoy. And I think it's cool that they've added it. So you've got your formation over here. You've got, let me go ahead and slow this down a little bit. I do have it on auto, but like this gun here, this gun is man, why can't I remember her name right now? But it's her ultimate. These barricades here, which stop the enemy from coming forward, is our tank's ultimate right there. So, oh, I can click on this here too. Look at that. I can do that, which then distracts everybody. I like that they've added some of those mechanics. There's barrels that you can click on that explode so that you can help your party. There's just some cool interactable stuff that they've done that you don't really see in a lot of games. I've seen it in a few, but not a lot. Boom, we're done with that. We can go to the next stage, or we can return to base. But let me go back out. So that's one. That's one where, again, aside from the rallies and stuff like that, you've got that, which I think is cool. Another one is in the mansion, where you get to explore a little bit. So right now, I'm currently in this machinery room zone. Let me go ahead. I'm going to search. I'll click past this. This is where I was talking about kind of the throwback to the original Resident Evil games. Because here, you're going to walk around. Now, I'm playing on with keyboard and mouse, so I can use my mouse or I can use my keyboard. This is where you go and you collect. You pick up items, you flip switches, you solve puzzles, things like that. So let me see. Let me see if there's anything back here. You fight zombies that you find on the floor. Okay, I can't go that way. Can I go this way? Nope. So it looks like we're going to go this way. And these aren't very long, actually. But you see what I mean? Just kind of a throwback to the old school Resident Evil games, which I really, really appreciate. Let's get through the dialogue. And this is only mansion gameplay. This is also the type of gameplay that you're introduced to as soon as you start the game. All right, so what do we need here? Steel door with a heart pattern lock. Also, look for anything yellow. All right, what do we got here? Probably got to get some sort of... We got to flip the switches in specific orders. Oh, no, we got to get some things here. Collect some stuff to throw in here. The heart one's going to go ahead and open what we're looking for, so let's go ahead and find that. Oh, probably don't want to walk through that. Oh, there's a spade. So we probably got to get all of it, huh? What is this? This is a heart-shaped plug. Oh, I can't go that way until I fix that, right? All right, let's go back. And plug it in here. Boom. So that's going to unlock this, which is going to get us what? Oh, there's a zombie. So you won't need, you won't be able to fire until the zombies get within a certain distance. It is kind of tight quarters. There we go. Boom. Let's go ahead and reload. Not enough ammo. All right. What do we got here? Ammo. What? I gotta find something. Is there anything? Oh, there's something. All right, spade-shaped plug is currently being stored for safety in the safe, so we got to go grab that out of the safe. Password to the safe is left 3, right 12, and left 4. Now this should save. Yep, right up here. You can see over here. So you never have to really write anything down because it saves over into your mission type log here. All right, so what? Left 3, right 12. So 3, 12, 4. 3, 12, 4. There we go. Spade-shaped plug. Let's go grab that. That'll get us through the other gate, which will probably let us continue to walk on. Oh, zombies. Zombies. What's this? Need ribbon. Bolt cutters. What am I missing here? There we go. That is it. That's it for right now. That one was quick. Usually there's a definitive end to it. But there's that. You've also got this mansion in here with some stuff. You got some cages here. Once you get a certain amount of these coins, you can unlock these cages. Like for this one's got a gun. This one has another coin. So there's a lot of cool little things here that they've added just to stick with the Resident Evil nostalgia, kind of the eeriness. You also got some zombies that'll walk around here. Is there a zombie walking around here at all? You'll find them periodically walking around your mansion and stuff like that. And then you can just clear them out and you get resources that way as well. All right, let's go ahead. Let's jump into some summons because I think it's going to be fun. So let's go through. I've got 14. Let's go through these epic recruitments here. Here's the summoning animation. Then it gives you a hint as far as the light here when the door starts to open. There we go. We got somebody. Oh, nice. What was her name? Claire Redfield. I don't know why the name escaped me, but... and then we've got a skill book here as well. So pretty cool stuff. I could do some more. Let's do another 10. Now, the heroes in here, there's not a ton. But again, I would expect this to continue to expand, getting more heroes, but also more events that will use these heroes. Maybe the ones that we currently have, like the Exploration and the Mansion and stuff like that. We'll see that continue to expand and add more story, which I think is pretty cool. We got the full character of Claire. Let's do one more. Let's pull 10 more. If I don't have enough. It's kind of expensive. In this one, I don't recommend using gems for summons. Yeah, let's go ahead. Back on out of that. All right, and there you go, everybody. That's what I had for you. This is Resident Evil Survival Unit. Hopefully this gives you a pretty decent idea of the game, especially if you're expecting it just to be your normal run-of-the-mill strategy game. It really isn't. It's got a couple extras that I think is cool. All right, everybody, as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.